What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Super EZA Rainbow Showcase of the physical full power Frieza. So this is the build that I kind of went with. I went with more of a defensive build for this guy, with 16 dodge. He's got 11 additional and 12 crit just from his link orbs that I gave him. Or skill orbs, I mean, that we gave him. The reason why I went with that is I wanted more of a balanced Frieza, I guess, in a sense. I know that he has guaranteed crits when you're under 50% HP, and it's only when you're attacking superclass enemies. But that's the thing, is like you have to be under that threshold in order to guarantee those crits. I want to make sure that this Frieza is critting constantly. So that's why I gave him, gave him some crit in his passive. This is actually a very good turn right here. So we'll have 5 out of 7 links active here. We will get actual support right here. So we'll get 40% attack and defense from this third form Frieza, because he is a sworn enemies support unit. So Frieza 111,000 defense. Now we can kind of talk about him real quick. So he has 3 key. Let me go into this real quick. So he gets 3 key, 150% attack. He gets 300% attack and 150% defense when performing a super. Reduces damage received by 50%, and starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn. He gets minus 10% damage reduction with each turn passed with no more than 30%. He gets 150% defense and reduces damage received by 30% as the first attacker in a turn. So he does sit at about 80% defense if you put him in slot 1. 80% damage reduction in slot 1. Plus he gets an additional 150% attack and defense when performing a super as the 2nd or 3rd attacker in a turn. Then he launches an additional super if HP is 50% or more when attacking, and if HP is 50% or less, he performs a crit when he attacks superclass enemies. Attacks are effective against all types when attacking extreme class enemies. Plus he gets an additional 12 key and 150% attack when there's a pure Saiyan category enemy. So he basically just automatically supers when you're fighting pure Saiyan units, which is just insane to think about. Like, they literally built this man just to have pure hatred for pure Saiyan units. But we do have 5, like I said, 5 out of 7 links active here. Let's see what this is going to, see what kind of attack stat this is gonna net us. And we are getting 40% attack and defense, of course, from the third form Frieza. Now, what are we going to be hitting? 20 mil, 22 mil, maybe? Let's see. 23 mil. Okay. Very nice. 23.1. Okay, so what is his super attack effect? Causes immense damage to the enemy, raises defense by 30% for 3 turns. Okay. So all he does is just get defense for 3 turns, or 30% defense for 3 turns. And I believe that does stack each time too. So the more supers that he does, the more he actually will stack those up. So let's do this. I actually want to throw, I should have thrown Turles off because I do want to get him on rotation just so we can get that extra 50% attack and defense for planetary destruction units. But maybe it's better. Yeah, I think it was better that we actually did that, because I think Frieza would have probably died to that super. But we'll get him thrown off next rotation. So let's see, what's my thoughts on this Frieza? I think for like short fights, he's going to be very good. Especially because he does have that 50% damage reduction for 5 turns. And then if you put him in slot 1, he gets an extra 30. So he's got 80% damage reduction in slot 1. Let's do this. Let's actually put him in slot 1. We're what? 153k defense. Okay. We are getting support right here. We're getting 2 key and 50% attack and defense for Inhuman Deeds category. So let's actually check this right here. So 153k defense. We do have what, 4 links active? Yeah, Prodigies, Universal's Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan of Space, and Fierce Battle. So what's this gonna net us here? 15 million. Okay, so it is a significant change in how much damage you do, because we do lose out on the extra 150% attack when he's not in slot 1. This is actually, this is a very, very bad turn for everything in here. I brought the wrong item. So, if we somehow survive this, which is a very, very, very unlikely scenario, if we do somehow make it out of here, it'll be interesting to see, because like this FRIEZA, we can test out how good he's going to be defensively against like the onslaught of these units next turn if we make it through here. The only one I'm now worried about is that third form FRIEZA at the very end. He does need a sub easy A. I think like they could have done it during this celebration, but I don't know. I feel like there's been a huge lack of content to do this celebration. Now I know it is like a cooldown celebration, especially with Worldwide Celebration just ending. We had the anniversary that just ended on Global, plus Sparking Zero came out and stuff like that. So, you know, they had to kind of make it a nice mellow celebration, I think. But nonetheless, doesn't change the fact that the grind still keeps going. All right, just please don't super this guy. That's all I'm asking. Don't super him. You haven't built him up yet. Of course, dude. And of course we don't get the dodge. Why? I mean, why would we, right? Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll just take him off the team. He's just, I figured maybe he would have like some kind of usefulness here, but apparently not. So let's do this. Let's bring this Broly right here, because he does support. So, and I just hopped right in. I forgot to take a Ghost Usher instead of Sensu Beans because I do stuff like this. Let's actually do it like this, just because it looks like, of course, the FRIEZA is in slot 7, so when he comes back on this rotation, we'll be able to have you know, we'll be able to have what, 4 links active. Actually, we may have more, just because we'll have Turles here, so we'll have Big Bad Bosses active as well. And him actually coming out in slot 7 is not bad, because he loses his damage reduction from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn. Not from the start of battle, but for his 5th entry turn. So he'll come in turn 3. So he won't start losing damage reduction until turn 8. So that is actually, you know, pretty good in a sense to have him come out later. No real complaints there so far. This FRIEZA did not actually make me lose the fight last turn. It was just the third form FRIEZA that should have a sub easy A, but he doesn't. You know what? We'll just leave it like this. Why not? We'll just throw that Broly off rotation next turn. Maybe, if we survive that long. You know, once we get this Broly built up, then I think he'll be good. But his first few turns are always a little lackluster because he does have to build up, you know, pretty quickly. I feel like that could have been one more super. All right. This is actually good because now we can test out his defense. Oh, perfect. We can just run him in slot 1. Okay, come on. There we go. So if we did put him in slot 2, we would have big bad bosses. That does give us a significant attack increase as well. You know what? Let's just leave him like this. We won't get the extra 30% damage reduction, which is fine, but he will get the 150% attack and defense and perform an additional super as a second attacker. So let's rock him like this. Let's do that. Give you that, and we'll just go ahead and take Trunks out. So we do have 5 out of 7 links active, plus we are getting 50% support from Turles as well. Of course, you're gonna seal him. Okay, yeah. Let's see, what's this gonna look like? 23.9 mil. Okay, this is good. And then here's the additional, and then we can get a hidden potential as well. Yep, and we did. So he raises defense by 30% 3 times. So next turn defensively, he should be pretty good. Hell, even this turn defensively, he's pretty good. Ha, just kidding. Oh, that was the fastest got me moment right there. You know, what can I really say about this FRIEZA? He's definitely I mean, he's definitely a help on Planet Namek Saga. I feel like he's gonna have a place on Space Traveling Warriors, on Planetary Destruction. Like, he can have a spot. It's just his links, trying to get him to link up with some of these older units is kind of tough. But I think his best linking partner doesn't have his sub EZA yet, which is going to be the STR Final Form Frieza. Or if we get like a Dokkan Fest Final Form Frieza that's not full power, he would probably be his next best linking partner. But unfortunately, the best linking partner doesn't have a sub EZA, so trying to run him right now is just next to impossible. But I mean, the damage that he does is very good. Defensively, he's pretty okay. But we did get hit with a type disadvantage super right there by Vegeta. Plus, I think that Vegeta actually does hit very hard, especially because, well, actually no, because we got rid of Trunks. So he would have actually hit even harder if Trunks was still alive. Yeah, he does super very hard. He defensively, like if we would have put him in slot 1 and he got super there, we would have lived because we would have had 80% damage reduction. But we only had 50% in slot 2. It was type disadvantage, and all we did was just get an extra 150% in defense. So, and I mean, defensively he was pretty low because most of these full power Frieza units aren't the defensive type, they are offense to the T. So overall, I would say he seems to be a pretty good character. I wouldn't say he's the best super EZA though. I'd probably put him at like maybe 2 or 3. I like 3, I would say. Yeah, I feel like some of the other super easy A's were just a little bit better than this guy. Like that STR legendary Super Saiyan Broly, definitely way better than this Frieza is, because he does support, and he does build up relatively quickly. Plus, all you need is just rainbow orbs for him, and then boom, he's a support unit. So if this Frieza could have done just a little bit more, I guess, maybe he would have got a better pass, but unfortunately he doesn't support anyone, and he's just damage reduction, damages, and defense. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this Frieza right here. Do you guys enjoy him? Like, do you enjoy his super easy A that he got, or do you wish that there was just a little bit more that they did to him? Personally, I wish they did a little bit more to him, but I feel like they kind of held back on him because the AGL LR full power one is going to get an easy A in February during the anniversary. So I feel like they held back just a little bit because there's no same name update or anything like that. So, but there you guys go. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, hit that like button. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe as well. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.
Brother Russia, the whale of whales, rainbow everything, buying all the sales. In Dokkan battle, I reign supreme. 10K stones, it's not a dream.